Manifesting Monday. Welcome to the start of a new week. Time for some inspirational coffee. I wish I had my coffee cup with me, and I'm really excited. This morning we're talking about the feminine way to more abundance. Hang on a second here on Facebook. I'm going to jump over here so I can see all the comments. I'm really excited for this conversation because having come out of 5 days of the Money Attraction Challenge, one of the things that I realized in all the teachings and the sharings and the comments, and especially the conversations, we had hundreds of phone calls of people wanting to get enrolled in our Money and Profit Mastery program. And so as we're talking to these people, I felt like I was in this like science lab. It was as if all these people had volunteered to have conversations that would let me and everyone on the team know kind of where they are, what were some of the things that they were struggling with, what were some of the things in the 5 days of the Money Attraction Challenge that really just grabbed them and got them to stop and go, okay, I have to look at this. So some of the things I know, obviously, money traumas, that was huge. Everyone, I would say of the hundreds of calls that we did, probably 97% of the people on those calls said, the reason I booked this call, money trauma. Then it was another thing where people talked about their deservingness issues. And when I said during the challenge, look at your life, just look around at your life. I know you genuinely believe you deserve the best, but just look around at your life and what you have in your life. Look at your finances, look at your relationship, look at your health, look at your spirituality, look at your friendships, look at where you live, look at the house you live in, look at the car you drive. Everything that you have in your life is the reflection of what you truly believe you deserve. It's not about what you think or what you say, I deserve the best, I deserve the best. It really is about look at what you have, because that's going to tell you what you truly believe you deserve. So that was another mind-blowing conversation for a lot of people. And I think the one that shocked me the most when I get on the phone and we're having conversations, and when I notice in the comments what people were saying, was this idea of stepping more into the feminine. And the it's interesting, right? Because obviously, I would say 99.5% of the audience that I serve are women. And I probably could have assumed, oh, that's not a conversation that we need to have because clearly we're all women. We know all the things to do. And it's not. This is something that I have had to learn. I've had to go on a committed journey to step into the feminine, because I realized that we have been cultured to believe that the only way to create results is the masculine way. Meanwhile, we have these like crazy feminine superpowers that can allow us to have the desires of our heart with so much more ease and flow, and just like all things beautiful and rainbows and cotton candy and just soft and sweet and easy. Can we just say easy? And we are doing it the masculine way. And a lot of women during the conversation last week was like, that was such a eye opener for me, Tasha, because I've been just grinding, struggling, like really hustling with this hard edged energy to create the results that I want in my life. And I didn't even realize, wow, I am so far over in the masculine energy. And a lot of influencers, people that we really look up to because we admire the level of success that they're experiencing. And yeah, we want that for ourselves. And what are they preaching? They're kind of preaching that masculine do is the way to results. And I've been so Jackie says I have crazy feminine superpowers. That's right. And I've been so intrigued by this. My journey started with me saying, I want to have success and I want it to be easy. I want it to be fun. I want it to be fulfilling. And I didn't even realize at the time that what I was saying is, I just want to be in my feminine. I intuitively knew that I had done it the hard way. I had done it all masculine, 1,000% masculine, and failed. And I made the decision, I do still want success, but something in me was saying, there's another way. Now, here's the cool thing. It's not just me. You hear that too. I'm not the only one that's like, oh, I'm being given this information. I know every single one of us, men or women, especially us women, we are being nudged, we're being whispered, we're being exhausted into, yeah, because sometimes it's like God, universe, source has to like push us to the extreme till you're so exhausted, so unhappy, so overwhelmed, so frustrated, so just like ready to give up that you're like, you know what? Okay, I'll listen to that thing that's been saying there's another way. And you give it, you're finally ready to give it a try. So that's the conversation that I want to have this morning is what is the feminine path to easy abundance and what are some of the ways that you can start to step into that? So I want to just give some like ground rules so we're all on the same page. When you're in your masculine energy, the masculine energy for creating abundance, for creating results, for achieving your goals, if you still use that language, the masculine energy for creating anything is to do, it's to effort, it's to hustle. And we have all heard this. Men are hunters and gatherers, right? So men go hunt. Think of the action of hunting. They go, they've got their spear, they put their lives at risk, they leave the family. It's like a battle of the wills with the beasts of the world, and they like, "Ugh," right? It's all very like strong push energy when you're in your masculine. I just want to pause for a second and ask you all watching to just reflect on how you've been going about creating results and ask yourself, like, if it's 100%, both masculine and feminine combined is 100%, how much of your energy, your effort, your way of being has been so far in the masculine, where it's all about doing and efforting? So if it's a scale of a one, like 0 to 100, are you 40% in your masculine? Are you 60% in your masculine? 80, 70, 90? What percentage? Type in the comments and let me know. What percentage out of 100 do you feel like when you look at what you've been doing lately, this last year, this last 2 years, whatever it is, to create the results that you want in your life, what percentage have you been in that masculine energy, that hard hunt, get it energy? Uh, awesome. Now, let me tell you about the feminine. The feminine energy for creating abundance, it's all about soft, allowing. We are the feminine. What is the feminine tendency? We have the ability to give birth. We give birth to things. We nurture things. If I were to tell you the opposite of masculine and feminine, the masculine is to hunt, it's to go get it. The feminine is to create. It's to use the powers, the inner powers that we have, just like we have the ability to create life, right, inside of us. We also have the feminine power, is the ability to use what we have within to create the results that we desire, to create abundance. So now I want you to tell me, obviously you have your masculine, what percentage of your feminine energy have you been using to create results? And let's have a real conversation. So let me know your responses. And here's what I want this conversation to do for you. I want you to start to evaluate the places in your business or your career when you're trying to get a result. I want you to start to look at which thing do I do that pushes me into the masculine. And I'm just being real about this. There's so many people that I had conversations with last week that they have participated in other programs that push them into the masculine to get results. And here you are, just imagine you're in like fist fighting with the world, right? You're out there hunting with all of your might and strength to get results. And you've got a lot of things that need nurturing in your inner being, like your traumas, like your deservingness, like your lack of self love, all of those things that are inside of you that need that soft touch, that needs your soft, loving, feminine way for yourself, is getting pushed to the back burner, given no attention. And what you're being asked to do is to go all in masculine. And then we kind of like look back and go, gosh, I'm exhausted. I hated that. It didn't give me the results that I wanted. And I'm not here to say that those things don't work. Please, everything works. Being all masculine works. Being all feminine works. It all works. It's just you getting to understand both work. Both things work, and we're going to have a conversation next in a little bit about, so where do we go from here? So the masculine energy is to go get it, to make it happen. The feminine energy is to create and to receive. And you can see how either one of those two will work. As the feminine, using masculine energy, it's going to be harder for us. It's like you can look at a man in his masculine doing things and creating results, and it just looks natural, right? It's like that's what he's been hardwired to do. So for a man in his masculine creating results, it looks like, okay, that's the way, that's the thing. But now I want you to pause and think about, just imagine like my husband, right? So it's the same thing for a man in his masculine, and we're trying to say, okay, just create and be soft and allow. It's not necessarily the easiest, most natural path for a man to do that either, right? So if you're in your feminine being masculine, you can understand why it's so exhausting. And if you're in your masculine, like trying to get the feminine, it's like it probably frustrates you because you're thinking, I don't get this. It's illogical. I want to go hunt. And the thing is, we all have both masculine and feminine. We all do. And I'm not here to convince men to tap into your feminine energy to create, but I am 100% here to talk to you women and inspire you to step into the feminine power that you have to create. The feminine power is sacred, it's powerful. And if this is for a whole other conversation, but there's a woman that I spoke to during our enrollment period, and we had this beautiful conversation. One of the things that she said, I love the way you talk about the feminine and about creating results that's easy and relaxed and allowing and tapping into what we already have to create results. We had this beautiful conversation, and one of the things that we talked about was the sacred feminine, the power of the feminine, that quite honestly, if you were to ask me, it's just my opinion, over time has been stuffed down, controlled, taken away, because, and we've just not been allowed to succeed using our feminine ways, because it's actually really powerful. It's really powerful, and it's easier. And so just imagine in a masculine world where we could create the same results or better with more ease. Like, how does that make the systems look? And that's all I'm going to say about that. We have had a long time of being made to believe that saying we want it to be easy is wrong, is lazy, it's unproductive. Saying we want to just be in flow, we want to be aligned, we want to be inspired, is unproductive. That's been the narrative, and I'm here to say I want to turn that entire thing on its heels. And if I'm going to do one thing with this precious life, is prove to myself first that there is another way, and then inspire millions of other people that it's possible. And I always say, if you just need one person who's doing it to inspire you. I don't need to go find, there are 1,000 million people doing it the masculine way. Good for them. I just need one person to show me the feminine way can work too. And that's enough for me. So if you're looking for your one person, let it be me. Let me be your one person that shows you this is possible. So I want to, hold on a second. I see Tanya typing something that's throwing me off. So I'll get back to that. Tanya says, I think many women find themselves in masculine mode, single, raising children alone, struggling to make ends meet. Masculine takes over due to demands. And Tanya, I have been there. I can totally understand, and I know that's the point. So many women have had to step into the masculine by default. And this conversation is a reminder that you actually have equally as powerful abilities in your feminine as you do with that doing effort in your masculine. And it's not talked about enough, so we've forgotten. But let me get back. Dahlia, mwah, I love you. Dahlia says, this honestly makes me feel so emotional in a good way. I love this because it's so empowering. Talk about being an advancing personality the feminine way. There you go. Oh, Dahlia says, you're my person, Tasha. Mwah. Jackie is about to start a revolution. Jackie says, rise up, ladies. Let's take back our power. Let's remember how powerful we really are. Okay, so now I'm going to get off my soapbox, and here's the thing. I'm not here to demand that you do one way or the other. I'm here to remind you, you get to choose. You are the one who decides. You are the one who decides. And one of the choices that you have is easy. You get to say, I choose easy. I choose my feminine. I choose to learn more about the feminine powers, to develop my feminine powers, to use them to create results with more ease. That's one of the choices. Let's put that on the table. You know, I've told you, I have been approached and been in all kinds of opportunities to be coached and mentored by people. And if it starts with hard work, I'm a no. Like, I'm like, God bless you. Great for you that works, but I don't want to. I don't want to choose that way anymore. Right? And so it's a choice, and we are the one who gets, I am the one who decides. I get to choose. So, how to use your feminine energy to attract more success. I'm going to give you a couple ways. Number one, and I want you all to like type this. Were you watching on Instagram or watching on Facebook? Type. I want you to, number one, become more soft. To be soft is to be magnetic. To be soft is to be magnetic. It's a feminine quality. It is why, just think about, we all know this as women, when we are truly in our soft feminine energy, like, men and women are magnetized to us. That soft feminine energy is alluring, it's magnetic, it's like, and it's not just like one human to another. Like, we all need people to create the results that we desire. So how can you magnetize people to you? Step into the softer side of your being, the softer side of your feminine energy. And it doesn't mean you wear skirts and dresses all day long and you're always in makeup. It means you just tap in to ask yourself, what does a softer me look and feel like? I know for me, I can be more soft when I have more spaciousness in my life. When I'm not hurried and rushed and trying to get all these things done, the more space I have in my life is the more I can tap into that just like softer energy, right? So choose soft. Tap into the softer energy that you have, which is in the feminine. Number two, become great at receiving. Become great at receiving. So when I talk about using the feminine energy to create more abundance, when you're in a masculine energy, you are outwardly pushing to get a result. When you are doing that, it's almost like you really are turning off the I I I I would love more support. I would love more, things being taken care of for me. I would just love to receive my desires. You're in the opposite of that energy. You're in push energy. Like, I gotta go push and bring it back to me, versus being in the feminine is just being open. It's just, I'm open to receiving. I am great at receiving. One of my recent stories was on my trip to the mountains recently. I happened to have breakfast with two women and feeling very generous that morning. I had such a great morning. I watched the sunrise and I offered to treat for breakfast. And one of the women got so angry, like literally insulted, angry that I was offering to pay for breakfast. And she literally told the waitress, I don't know why she has to do that. I mean, it's not necessary. If she wants to pay the guide, she can do that if she wants, but why is she paying for me? And I literally just looked at her, I was like, honey, I'm just offering. You don't have to accept my offer to pay for your food. Like, you don't have to do that. You get to say no. But doing the work that I do, I mean, I looked at her and I was like, this woman is in a place in her life of looking to receive a relationship, looking to receive more ease, looking to receive more abundance, more joy. And how you do one thing is how you do everything. So I looked at her with so much love because I know she just thought she was saying no to breakfast, but her energy field is a no to receiving, period. Right? It's such a nuance. So watch how you are with receiving. Number 3, give birth to your desires. Give birth to your desires. The feminine creates. We have the ability in our feminine to create life. Just think about that. Whether you're a mother or not, like, we are wired, right, as the feminine to bring to life something, someone, a human being, things. That's how we create. We bring it to life. We don't go out there and grab it and get it and kill it. That's not our natural tendency. We have this power within us, both men and women. We have the ability. The subconscious mind creates. The subconscious is feminine. It is the womb of manifesting. The subconscious mind is feminine. So we all have that. So tap into, how can I give birth to my desires by stepping more into, I'm going to choose to give birth to it versus go struggle and do all this other stuff to get it. I want to visualize. I want to journal. I want to affirm. I want to, you know, use everything that I know that's in my internal power to create. I want to align with the energy of God within me to create versus using my human masculine energy to get more abundance, right? So here we go. I love it. I'm a creator. Start to tap into your feelings more. We know that the feminine is more the feeling side. We're more intuitive. We're more into our emotions, but we're not using that when we want to create more abundance. One of the things that I told you is, given opportunities to work with other people, I'm like, does this feel good to me? Does it feel good? It's okay to say, I don't want to do it because it doesn't feel good. Like, that's a legitimate reason for a no. It doesn't feel good, because in my feminine, I have the wisdom of my emotion, of my, like my emotional compass to tell me this isn't right for you. This isn't the way for you. But we're not tapping into that enough. We're just going with the logical, everything we've been told all along as the path to success. Well, you have the right to tap into your feminine energy and just ask, let me be more in touch with my emotions. Let me speak to me. Let my softer side tell me, is this right for me? And then here, doesn't feel good is a genuine reason for a no. That's right, Ashley. And then here's the part that I alluded to earlier. It's time to use that feminine part of you to nurture yourself. It's time to nurture the parts of you that need to heal, that need to love you, that need your attention, that need you to stand for what you deserve. That's all the nurturing parts of the feminine energy. And my friends, my sisters, my fellow women and men that are here, no one's going to do that part of the work for you. As much as I wish I could do it, I can only bring you to the water and say, here's the masterclass, here's the teaching, here are the steps. But you have to say, I love myself enough. I'm going to douse myself with my own nurturing feminine energy, because that is a part of what I get to do in the feminine. I get to nurture me. And all I can tell you, having been on this journey, is the more I've stepped into taking care of myself, is the more abundance has happened for me with more ease. It's almost like I've stepped into, I deserve this. I'm taking care of myself is my message to the universe that I think highly enough of myself to do these things for me, so that you, God, like, I always say you can't go ask somebody for something you're not willing to do for yourself. I don't think that equation works, where it's like I'm going to like treat myself poorly, but then I'm going to go ask God to like give me a blessing. Right? It's like, to me that equation is kind of off. You get to think whatever you want to think, but to me that equation is kind of off. So I know that my part is to always be treating myself with love. I always say I want to treat me the way I believe God would treat me. And when I'm in that energy is the more abundance I seem to receive. So that's just an observation. You get to run with that. And then I just want to say, having had this conversation, if you truly feel like, you know what, I need some support in stepping more into that feminine. I see myself, I've been so in the masculine for such a long time, and it makes sense to me and I want to do it. But Tasha, I've not been able to do it on my own, and I really need support. I want to invite you to come on this 120-day journey with us. The entire program is all about showing you how to use what you already have, how to heal, right? How to step into your deservingness, how to use your creative powers to put an intention for your business, for your career, for your finances out there, how to do it all from the feminine. It's a lot easier. It's a lot more in flow. It's a lot more aligned, and it brings results. So if that's you and you have not spoken to us, this is like last call. We close the doors for that 120 days. Truthfully, I don't even know if we have any spots left. So Diane, I love you. Pretend you never heard that. And if you have not yet had a conversation with us, you've been sitting on the sidelines this entire time, and you're not giving yourself the chance to have this support in being more feminine, can you please, I'm asking you, please stand for yourself. Please, this is the feminine asking for help. Ask for help, ask for guidance, get the support that you need. It's okay to not have all the answers. It's okay to be around other women that are going to love on you and support you and cheer you on and guide you and show you the way. It's okay. Like, we need to be more in that feminine energy, right? So if you haven't done it yet, please come on, hang on a second. Let me put this up here so you know where to go. Go to this website, moneyandprofitmastery.com. Moneyandprofitmastery.com. I'm putting it up there as a website. I'm speaking it out loud. Those of you that know it's meant for you, you will go find the website and you'll book a call, right? Everyone else, we're back in our regular sequence where every Monday morning at 8 a.m. live, I'm going to do, as you know, I'm here live. I want you all, if you're not yet in our reminder sequence and you're on Facebook right now, go ahead and type the word reminder. Type the word reminder in the comments, and that signs you up to get reminded every Monday morning before I go live. You get a little link in Facebook Messenger direct to the live, and you can join and be part of the conversation. So it's all taken care of for you. It's so easy. Type the word reminder, check your Facebook Messenger, say yes, you want to get the reminders, the notification every Monday morning, and then you're not searching for it everywhere, searching through email and trying to find it on Facebook. You literally get a message, I think 15 minutes before I go live, and you'll have the link and you can join us directly. All right. Well, I love you. We are closing the doors. The train is leaving the station this Friday. If you've been on the sidelines waiting for a sign, here's your sign. This is it. Book your call. Money and Profit Mastery. Come join us. Mwah. I love you. Yay, yay, yay. Love, love, soft, tender, juicy rainbows and clouds and all things just sweet to the feminine. We are powerful. Bye, everyone. Have a great Monday.